This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, post boxes around the country continue to go, with nearly a dozen disappearing around Dunedin today. An Otago Daily Times paperboy is being hailed a hero after coming to the rescue of an injured Mosgiel man. And one Central Otago township is expecting hundreds of ukulele lovers to fill their village green this weekend. Good evening, I'm Holly Buchanan. Dunedin suburbs around the region lost 10 post boxes today as New Zealand Post continues a nationwide cull. The boxes were removed from areas all over the city.
I hope you haven't come to post a letter. You're out of luck.
A vase of flowers left behind today is the only remaining sign of a local post box removed this morning. I'm Roselle LeBone. The removal of a post box this morning at the corner of Highgate and Ross Street in Roslyn is part of the ongoing saga of post boxes being removed around New Zealand. Over the coming weeks, more than 19 other boxes will be removed. Some locals say plans to get rid of the post boxes only reached them a few days ago.
I did, as was suggested on this box here, phone Wellington, and I got the idea that the person that I spoke to up there was either disinterested or didn't know what I was talking about. And with the very short time between the announcement that they were going to be removed and the fact that we could make comments to Wellington, it was perfectly obvious that the decisions had already been made.
Well, I hadn't realised it was there until it wasn't there until now. But I come to this post box all the time and rely on it.
Others say the nearest post box is too far away.
As ratepayers, we deserve to have a post box on this corner.
Local proprietor Chris Collins owns much of the shopfront space on the street. He says the post box right outside his shop was practically his own, and it's a sad day for the community.
They've worked as nurses, they've worked through all the hard years, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Now they've got to struggle down to a large shopping centre or somewhere on their crutches with their bad knees and bad ankles to post their letters. They've done their time. They deserve to be looked after, and they're not being looked after at all.
But you would use it regularly while you're here?
Yes. Not anymore. It's gone.
New Zealand Post Regional Manager Murray Rye says the amount of mail posted continues to decline, and the decision was made after a review of the box's use and sustainability. A sign taped to the Highgate box read, "Goodbye dear friend, from all the locals far and wide, you'll be missed." Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
A Dunedin learner driver was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison following a fatal accident in 2015. The now 20-year-old was originally charged with manslaughter but pled guilty to the lesser charge of reckless driving causing death. Shay Robert Richards was the driver of this car that failed to stop at a give way sign in July 2015. The Ford Laser was travelling at speed when it was ploughed into by the white ute, whose driver had no time to take evasive action. Passenger in the back seat, Nikita May Strange, died at the scene of the crash at the intersection of Hope and Stafford Streets. In summing up today, Justice Gendel told Richards that he is responsible for the scars Ms Strange's family will bear. Richards also was banned from driving for 4 years. The innocent driver of the ute involved in the crash tried to resuscitate Ms Strange but quickly realised she was dead. An Otago Daily Times paperboy says he was just happy to help after delivering aid to an elderly man in distress yesterday. The Dunedin teen is being labelled a hero after he noticed a man on the ground with blood near him. 14-year-old Matt Taylor was delivering the ODT at Chatsford in Mosgiel when he noticed lights were on and curtains open inside one of the units. He chose to investigate and saw an elderly man lying on the floor with blood on the ground. He managed to get in and call for help.
So I merely just went inside and checked if he was alright, and I was talking to him and he was breathing, and I immediately just rung 111, and yeah, so I just had to keep talking to him and make sure he was doing alright.
He felt it was an important thing to check, and he'd take time out of his busy paper route to do it again if a similar situation arose. Matt says he hoped the man pulled through, and he was just pleased to be able to offer some help. Allied Press Circulation Office Manager Dave Bretts is also fully supportive of Matt's decision, saying he's a credit to ODT delivery staff. The new owner of the building that was once Sammy's entertainment venue in Dunedin has been announced. There was initial secrecy around who had purchased the famous building, causing speculation and some disquiet in the music community. However, the South Today can now reveal that the new owner of Sammy's entertainment venue is the Dunedin City Council. After pressure from the media, the council released a statement late this afternoon. The DCC paid $128,000 for the building, but doesn't own the land. In the release, Councillor Aaron Hawkins says the council has a great relationship with Oakwood Properties, who own the land. The DCC is releasing an options paper to seek community consultation to decide what the historic music venue will be used for. For those of you who think the ukulele is a toy guitar, maybe a trip to a Central Otago township this weekend might just change your mind. The third annual Lauder Ukulele Festival will take place in the town's village green, but it won't be just the locals striking a chord.
2, 3, 4. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Tell me just what a fool I've been.
Bruce McDonald and Barry Brimrose are two men passionate about the ukulele. They've been involved in teaching the instrument in the Alexandra area for many years, and both are part of the organising committee for the Lauder Ukulele Festival.
Sort of came up with this idea of having a grassroots ukulele festival based on the idea, rather than paying professional acts to come and play to us and just have us as an audience, as a way of involving people in playing as much as possible.
They invite groups from all over New Zealand to come and play a concert, take workshops and be part of open mic sessions. Brimrose says the whole idea is to involve as many people as possible, so they're not observers, they're actually learning something and presenting their own skills. And he believes you get out of it what you put into it.
Now, you can certainly pick up a ukulele and play a couple of chords and think you're wonderful, but in terms of being good at playing a ukulele, it's a lifelong endeavour, and like you can keep playing for as long as you like, and you may never ever reach the point of being brilliant.
The event's attracted double the registration from previous years, and there's more people coming to watch the concerts.
People get really surprised, so they'll come out and think, oh, we'll go and look at the ukuleles for a few minutes. They end up staying hours because it's reached the stage of the productions and stuff are actually really very professional.
The proceeds from the events have helped fund local projects. Dee Karen, The South Today.
And still to come on The South Today, a decision over whether to spend millions upgrading the Cromwell Memorial Hall is in the pipeline. And those of you in Invercargill are in for a fun, festive weekend. We find out why.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order.
He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Lauren Arts.
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know UV radiation can penetrate through clouds, meaning you can still get sunburnt on a cloudy day?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
We're a 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Welcome back. The decision on whether to go ahead with a $5.4 million upgrade of the Cromwell Memorial Hall has been put back in the hands of the town's community board. The 57-year-old hall, in a prime position overlooking Lake Dunstan, is showing its age. But while various plans have been hatched over the last 16 years, nothing's been done. In June last year, a $5.4 million upgrade was approved by the previous community board. However, the current board has stopped short of endorsing the proposal and asked Central Otago District Council staff for a report. Board Chairman Neil Gillespie, who wants the upgrade to proceed, said today the report hands the decision back to the board. It will be considered at the board's meeting next Friday, along with a petition containing 700 signatures supporting the upgrade. Swords, fire and cabbages were thrown around in Invercargill today. The 8th annual Southland Buskers Festival is on now, and entertainers and spectators alike are making the most of the city's atmosphere.
If you're after light entertainment in Invercargill this weekend, look no further.
Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill on the second day of the Buskers Festival.
Thanks to the City Council, Invercargill Licensing Trust and ILT Foundation, amongst other supporters, the festival has been brought back for its 8th year. Performer Nathan Bonner, aka Mullet Man, says people who come to Wakena Place or the Band Rotunda in Queen's Park between now and Sunday are in for a treat.
It's good family entertainment. It doesn't exclude anyone, it's inclusive of everyone. And there is something for everyone.
He's performed all around the world, including the Middle East, United Kingdom and Australia. He says there's a great range of acts over the next 2 days.
You can expect a human glitter ball, you can expect bikes that fall apart, flying cabbages, flying bananas. You think I'm making this all up, but that's what you can expect. That's kind of what's cool about street theatre, anything can happen.
He says the organisers are hoping to bring fun and liveliness into the city over the weekend.
They're just trying to get a little bit of atmosphere into Invercargill. It seemed like it's got the right environmental places to do it, meaning Wapna Place is a good space for a street show, even though the foot traffic can be a little bit light, but on the weekends it's good. And Queen's Park is just beautiful. You've got the band rotunda there and everyone comes with picnic blankets and their kids and their grandparents and just sit back and watch all the shows. It's good.
For more information, go to facebook.com/Southland Buskers Festival. I'm Ruby Spink for the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, the drivers of dozens of classic cars touring New Zealand head south and are impressed at what they've seen. And police have a warning for those travelling through North Canterbury over the long weekend.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know UV radiation can penetrate through clouds, meaning you can still get sunburnt on a cloudy day?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
The zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
We're a 25 Moray Place, Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Larnach Castle on the peninsula is an ideal getaway, whether it's for an afternoon visit, to wander the gardens or enjoy the stunning views. Perhaps stay a while in one of our fabulous rooms overlooking the peninsula. Larnach Castle is a must-see and you can now experience the castle's history via a self-guided tour. There's also Campus State just moments down the road and perfect for functions or your big day. Larnach Castle, just 15 minutes from downtown Dunedin.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garador.
Welcome back. Classic Bentleys and Lagondas on a tour around the country have made their way south to Invercargill. 24 cars from all over the world are cruising the South Island at the moment, and the participants say they're blown away at what New Zealand has to offer.
Where better to visit on a classic car tour in Invercargill than Bill Richardson Transport World? These Bentley and Lagonda enthusiasts are travelling around the country for 6 weeks. Nick Channing says it's a relaxing trip.
Just a gin and tonic tour, as we might call it. Not many hours on the road each day. Hotels are all pre-booked. We just wander around aimlessly and hopefully end up at the right place.
He's driving his 1936 Lagonda LG45 Rapide. It's been around India, Africa, Europe and Southeast Asia on previous rallies. Touring with him, Ruba Jurdi, says it's great to have all the classic cars together.
New Zealand is a beautiful place to drive in, and the scenery is amazing, the people are lovely, the food is great, and it's just brilliant in every way really to visit, so it's been a great experience.
The cars were shipped to New Zealand from England, Canada, Australia and Europe. They're heading to the North Island in 2 weeks. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
And police are warning those travelling through North Canterbury over Waitangi weekend to take care. Highways in the area have become increasingly busy since the Kaikoura earthquake closed part of State Highway 1, making the Lewis Pass the key route to the west coast and Picton. Police are advising people on roads leading to the pass to allow extra time for their journey because of the congestion on State Highways 7 and 63. To reduce damage to the highways, speed restrictions have been imposed in some areas. The road between Waio and Kaikoura is open, and State Highway 1 to Kaikoura from North Canterbury and Christchurch is open between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Dunedin's suburb of Roslyn loses its neighbourhood postbox, upsetting a handful of local residents. Otago Daily Times paperboy Matt Taylor is hailed a hero after he noticed an elderly gentleman in distress and phoned an ambulance. And music lovers are in for a real treat this weekend as the third popular Lauder Ukulele Festival gets underway. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig.
Hi Holly. Yeah, we've got an interesting story about some research going on in the city regarding New Zealand falcon, which are nesting near Berwick at the moment. There's a researcher, bear with me here, her name's Chifiyu Horikoshi, and she spent some time this week trying to capture the falcon and band them. She's got an amazing hat with these wire loops on it and walks along and they dive bomb her and get caught in the loops. So we've got some pretty interesting looking photos and video to have a look at there at her attempts to catch them. Falcons numbers are lower than kiwi at the moment in New Zealand, so they're trying to do some research on these birds to find out where they move and how they go about breeding. We've also got a first-hand piece from David Lockray, who was dive bombed by one of the falcon, has the scars to prove it. So good work by the falcon there, I would suggest. And hot off the press, the Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authorities released its decision on the Dunedin City's provisional alcohol plan this afternoon, rejecting it. Interesting decision really, because the DCC was looking to put some restrictions on who and where alcohol can be sold, also with supermarkets as to when they could, restricting their hours, but the authority said no, that's unreasonable and they won't allow it. Mayor Dave Cull's pretty upset about it and hasn't ruled out an appeal by the DCC. So we've got a full look at the report plus reaction in tomorrow's paper. Sport, we look ahead to the big one-day international cricket game between New Zealand and Australia in Hamilton. Hopefully the weather will hold and we can get some cricket in. And Saturday, of course, is the weekend mix. Plenty of good reading in there as well.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn Sportsville.
with today's southern view taken of the pristine Lake Dunstan. Looking at the situation, a cold front has been moving over the country's southern districts today with more westerly airflow following tomorrow. To the southern outlook, Balclutha, Gore and Lumsden, fresh westerlies, risk of showers 18, similar for Catlins but a slightly milder high of 19. And to the central outlook, Alexandra, moderate westerlies, some high cloud 22, Queenstown and Wanaka, fresh westerlies, some cloud 21, Te Anau, fresh westerlies, risk of showers and 17 there. And to the northern outlook, Oamaru, moderate westerlies, some high cloud 24 degrees, Omarama and Twizel, fresh westerlies, some cloud 21, Timaru, moderate nor'westers, some high cloud and a balmy 28. And here in Dunedin, it'll be a cloudy one tonight with moderate northerly winds with overnight temperatures down to 10 degrees. Mild temperatures, sunny periods and a bit of high cloud for the start of the long weekend with fresh gusty westerly winds, a high of 19. Fine and warm on Sunday with moderate nor'westers, freshening later and a high of 25, which sounds quite alright. And in Invercargill, a fine night tonight with moderate westerly winds, temperatures down to 7 degrees. And looking at 17 for tomorrow with cloud increasing and showers developing again later with fresh to strong westerly winds. Cloudy on Sunday with just a few spits of rain at times, fresh to strong mild nor'westers. And leaving you now with some footage from the week that was. And of course it's Waitangi Day on Monday, so enjoy a safe long weekend and we'll see you again on Tuesday. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.